Okay, I'm gonna try and keep the hair out of my eyes. That's my goal for this section. Yeah, going back to traditional home business, multi-level marketing, home party plans. You've all been invited. You may have hosted your own parties. You may have been selling candles, jewelry, products. God only knows. Again, no disrespect. I think the entrepreneurial spirit is in all of us, and I think that we have a lot of fun with it. And if you are someone who's done one of those businesses, whether it be Avon or Mary Kay or Party Light or Regal or Fifth Avenue Jewelry, I think I've heard. Um, my hat's off to you because you worked way harder in those businesses than I've had to work in this business. So I congratulate you on your entrepreneurial spirit. Now, I talked earlier about success and success in this, it can be whatever it is that you want. I would say the best way to figure out whether you what kind of success you want to have is to look at your life and determine where you're falling short, things are falling short for you, or where it's not exactly the way you want it. Because I do believe we all have the opportunity to live our best lives, whatever that looks like for you. For me, it was time freedom and not having to be on someone else's schedule and earning more income so I could do the kinds of things that interest me. And I'm interested in a lot of things. I think I'm an activist at heart, and I love to stick my nose into causes and learn and research and study, and that's great. So this business has given me the opportunity to create that kind of life for myself. Now, a lot of you have kids, and how the heck did that happen anyway? I swear I left the north and went on a little trip and came back, and there's reconnected with you guys, and now there's all these adult children running around that look like you, and I'm still thinking of you in high school or grade school. But anyway, it may be to spend more time with your kids. It may be that work's getting in the way. It may be that you always feel financially strapped. Or it may be that you're watching them experience health problems, or you yourself are experiencing health problems, colds and viruses and the latest greatest superbug. I mean, those are always concerns for parents. It may be that your child is involved in a sport and you want to help them succeed in that. And we definitely have some products that will knock their socks off and give them a real advantage. So whether it's health, money, or time, everything is available here. Now, I mentioned early in the last segment that there's a lot of people who have had, success, and you watch their success stories. I've had a lot of success too, and 10 years worth. I think my biggest check was just under $20,000 for a month. And I know that's mind-boggling income. Certainly not the kind of income I ever would have made in a job. It was half of my best annual salary. In 1 month, my check was the equivalent to half of one of my best year's annual salaries. So, that should, a lot of you went to grade school and high school with me. You know that I was not the sharpest tool in the shed. In fact, I think I spent more time causing trouble or trying to escape school or skipping school or trying to instigate some kind of badass stuff going on. At least it felt that way from my perspective. I don't think I would have ever been voted the most likely to succeed. So that should tell you something. And I'm not even an extroverted person. I spend most of my time alone. I like that. I'm not complaining. I don't get lonely or anything like that. What I'm trying to tell you is be very careful about thinking, well, yeah, well, I couldn't do that. I'm not like this. I'm not one of those people. You know what the requirement is for success here, especially now with Facebook. I mean, you guys, the things I had to do when I started my business, the concept is simple. There's just no two ways about it. This should never have been a hard thing to do. But we didn't have the tools that we have now. We didn't have the technology 10 years ago that we have now. We certainly didn't have Facebook. And you know what? Facebook is a huge reason why I'm presenting this to you, because I believe that with Facebook, this truly is a no-brainer. And and I'm seeing it happen. And anyway, we'll get into that more. There's so much that I want to share with you, and I want to take my time because I want to really, walk you through it and help you understand where I'm coming from, and help you see a place for you in this. Some of you can end up being very big income earners. For those of you who are looking for a life change or a six-figure income, it is here. That opportunity is here. For some of you, maybe it's just getting your hands on some products that will definitely enhance your life. They will benefit your life. They absolutely will. For some of you, maybe you love what you're doing, and I want to stress that I'm not asking you to quit your day job or give up your career. You don't have to. This can be an add-on to that. This can be a special fund for the kids' education. This can be a special fund for the kids' sports. This could be a special fund for trips. You can continue what you're doing, or you can build up an income and go part-time. Or if you're a two-parent family and both of you work and you would love to have one at home, you can create that opportunity. And I also know lots of women who have done this, and it's not just women, but there are a lot of women who do this, who end up retiring their husbands. And the same husband that gave them a bit of a hard time about it at first. And that's the joke, that when she found it and presented it to her husband, and he thought, oh, what are you doing? What are you getting yourself involved in? And then she's really successful, and he's able to quit his job and retire, and all of a sudden it became the best idea he ever had. Oh, I thought that was funny. Anyway, so it can be whatever you want it to be. And for some of you, it might just be improved health. I mean, here's what I know. There is absolutely no way your health and the health of your family, your kids, and your pets won't improve by being a part of this project. And that alone is worth it. Some key things people worry about that I want to tell you right off the bat. There's no big startup. Okay, it's $29 to start this. $29. And that's a refundable $29. You have, I think, 3, if not 4 months to test drive it and get your $29 back. And that $29 gives you your membership for the whole year. You will not be having an inventory. You will not be taking orders, collecting money, making deliveries, throwing home party, doing complicated paperwork. I bet you many of you have been down that road before. That one of the things that I love about this program is that there's so little business activity, because that's so not my forte. And you're not going to have to put a lot of money out, especially if we work it on Facebook. In fact, the money that it's going to require for you to be a part of this is the money you're spending right now anyway. I'm going to ask you, and I'm going to show you, to take that money and just spend it somewhere else. That is the business. That's what we do. This is a business that happens because we shop at the same store for safer, healthier products. Each one of us does our own personal shopping. We don't shop for people. You're not taking other people's orders. You don't even know what they buy. And that's the beauty of it. So if you are open-minded enough to try a new product line and maybe introduce some new products into your life if you see the benefit for them, well, I've got a lot to share with you. Now, I also have a 20-minute video slideshow presentation from the company that I will need to have you watch after this if you're interested, because it really goes through all the details of the program. But this is kind of the Coles Notes version, and I want to make it very real and very three-dimensional for you, coming from someone that you know and hopefully trust, and also, of course, share my experience with you. So that will be the next step after that. So what I want to get into next is explaining the concept in a little bit more detail, and debunking some of the myths that are out there, and showing you exactly how we can do it on Facebook, and exactly what the results are going to be, and exactly what it's going to take for you to be a part of it. And all of that is extremely exciting. I wouldn't have the nerve to bring this to you if it wasn't that good. I see this as a revolution. I've seen it that way for 10 years, but I also knew that there would come a day when technology would catch up, and it would make what we do into a whole new ballgame. Well, my friends, that's today, and that's the opportunity we have in front of us. We can be the pioneers of this enormous movement. It's that new.